Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Roberts Group Lab Tour. In the Roberts Group, we're interested in studying late and early transition metals and using them to solve some chemical problems. So the first stop on our lab tour, we're going to stop at the first glove box where we use late transition metals. And conveniently enough, we have Erin working on it. How's it going, Erin?
Good.
What do you got going on?
So I'm just working on metallation. So in this vial, I have ligand and my nickel 2 salts, and when I add the acetonitrile, I have a nice color change, so it's kind of fun.
Wild, that's awesome. Thanks for showing that to us, Erin. Another cool prop about working in a first year lab is that we all get our own chemical glassware, including bump traps for these 4 rotovabs here. In addition to having our own glassware, which saves problems associated with sharing, we also have experience in setting up our own equipment, and that includes Erin's vacuum pump here, which she has fondly referred to as pumpernickel. Next to Erin's hood, we have my hood, where you can see the Schlenk line that I've gotten experience setting up myself. And under the Schlenk line, we have my NMR tube reactions, where I'm hoping to make some nickel complexes. Next to the reactions I have running, there's the Electrosyn, which I will be using as an instrument to analyze the redox properties of my metal catalyst using CV, or cyclic voltammetry. The cool thing about this space, we just moved in here, and it has a pretty open concept associated with it, which makes for a cool environment, and also allows us to have our own lab spaces, our own desk spaces here. Courtney really pushes for us to be technologically up to date, and so we've moved away from paper copy notebooks and instead have adopted electronic notebooks. And we have this iPad here so that we can overcome the problem of bringing in electronic copies into the lab. On the next stop in our lab tour, we have the solvent purification system, and we use this as an easy way to draw solvent that is both anhydrous and oxygen-free, that allows it for easy transfer into the glove box. Speaking of the glove box, we have glove box number 2, where Alan does a lot of his work with early transition metals. The reason the early transition metals are separate from the late transition metals is because early metals are very reactive towards coordinating solvents, and so they need separate conditions compared to the late. Across from the glove box, we have our solvent flash chromatography, our automated flash chromatography, which allows us to pump through our solvent, our chromatography purifications much quicker. Cool anecdote about the training on that instrument. During our first year training, we all gave each other a challenge, I guess. So each of my lab mates made different chemical samples, a mixture of different chemicals, and we were given the challenge of separating these using that instrument, having never used it before. So that was certainly a fun time to figure out. And I want to personally thank Alan for mixing together 2 very similar aromatic compounds. So that was a lot of fun to work with. As we make our way into the next room, we're going to take a look at our analytical instruments. So on the desk there, we have our GC on the left and then HPLC next to it. And both of these instruments allow for quick and straightforward analysis of our reaction mixtures, and even for chiral compounds as well. So as our time together in this tour comes to a close, I want to thank everyone for coming along. I do wish we could have met in person. For our final stop, we're going to take a look at our group office. And as we make our way through it, I want to extend an invitation to every one of you to reach out to each one of us, me, Alan, Erin, and even Courtney, via Slack or email. If you have any questions, please let us know and we'd be happy to help out. Again, it was great to meet y'all, and I hope to see you soon.